All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I thought it was going to be a chill Thursday watch list. We were going to talk about an easy move and developments and all of that, but no. The judges wanted to unleash a shit show. And now, my friends, we have to nerd out on trade policy. We have to nerd
there
out
is
on
a lot of
things that we need to go over. So I have some plays, I have some keys, I got some funny ones too. There's a lot of things that we actually need to go over. But when it's all said and done, my friends, today was a very wild day. You were there last night. You saw the futures, and pretty much in like a couple of hours, man, when it was all said and done, in one simple way, I could sum this up with everybody just gave Trump a lot of ideas, and we unlocked or opened Pandora's box. We are talking about a whole host of different things that we were not talking about before. So I'm going to share all of that with you. We're going to go over that. I have that good stuff. So, Chad, I hope you're locked and loaded. I hope you're feeling good, my friends. It's going to be a good evening, okay? It's going to be a very, very good one. So, Chad, how you living, baby? Oh, my goodness. What up, Kurt McGirt? What up, Charmander? I'm relaxed, too, baby. What up, Blizzy? Bro, I did leg day, man. I'm dying, bro. What up, Kurt? I got two Kurts. I got Dr. James Cash. That's what. Yeah, baby. Caballero. Tim Whitman, baby. What's going on? How you doing, Patrick? Hi, Pac. Dos Nacho. Ivy. Mr. Orman. Sleeve. Sustain. Noah. Do. Vasily. What up, Brian? What up, Sin City? What up, Tyree? Oh, Gus Gonzo. Joe Raja. What up, Santana? Andrea. Dayton. Oh, you guys are right. We're going to nerd out. But, hey, you're going to hear it. You're going to know about it. You're going to know about it early. This might be a video you come back to. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about, baby. What up, Mosby? Good evening. So, Chad, here it is, man. Right off the bat. So, you saw what happened last night with the whole judges blocking it. And pretty much everybody, a lot of banks, a lot of analysts, they were saying it was nothing. Even the White House, even Peter Navarro today, he was talking in the morning. He said they're planning as if nothing has changed. He said that if you think Donald Trump was surprised by this, then you were wrong. And literally, it just kept getting reiterated, and minute by minute, hour by hour, you faded that giant rally. Again, it was almost 2% on the futures, and everybody was like, yeah, wait, this is nothing. And then towards the end of the day, we did get details. In the beginning, they had like a certain timeline to comply, but pretty much the appeals court said, while the appeal, obviously Trump is going to be appealing, while they do that, all of the tariffs will remain in place. So that's why I'm saying this is a poop show, because when it's all said and done, if all of the tariffs are still in place, they're still going to appeal it. And now Trump has like 20 different plans, which we're going to talk about. Now that just means that literally nothing has changed. So bravo. Bravo. I said it. It's here in writing, man. Because like I told you guys before, last month, man, in April, you saw a level of manufactured uncertainty that I don't think you will ever see ever again in your life. But that was a good one. Literally in the last 24, 48 hours, this back and forth, and now talking about a whole nother issue right after everybody got used to everything else. This is going to be interesting moving forward, but now you got to look ahead for this deal or the court cases and the appeal. Maybe this one's not a trade deal. This one is an appeal. So be ready to juggle everything. You're going to have to still balance the global bond yields, the rate cuts, the spending bills, the wars, all of these different things. But as far as today, you got to really understand what happened, okay? I'm going to break it down. I got a bunch of different blocks for you. And long story short, market sold off the rally. White House made comments, and then everybody discussed the workarounds. So why was it that everybody was like, this is a nothing burger? Because they're like, well, okay, if you stop this set of tariffs, it's like 6 or 7% on the total baseline, and then Trump could still do the reciprocals, and then he could do this, and then literally within like hours, even Nick Timmerhouse, he's like Section 201. Trump has Section 301, 232, 122. I even heard somebody bring up the 1974 Trade Act giving Donald Trump the power to simply just tax any sort of import, and that just his own power, and it's not related to any IEPA, emergency action, or anything. And let me throw the cherry on top. You guys know that the authorization that Trump has used this for, it says nothing about tariffs, and this has never been done before to begin with. So there you go. That's the cherry on top, but this is why the hype from yesterday, you gapped up. You were still doing good, but literally hour by hour, comment by comment, idea and workaround by workaround, everybody started to sell off, and then we were really back where we started. Again, once we found out the details that all the tariffs remain in place, literally nothing happened, but now you got a bunch of people talking about all the other ways that Donald Trump can go about tariffs or getting this money, even if a court blocks him. So that's the wild part. But now, here's the deal. If the judge blocks, they block the tariffs right now, and if the appeals court says, yeah, they're right, you don't have the legal authority, what happens? All it means is that he can't go as high as he wanted to, but literally there's still going to be a 10% baseline, and any reciprocal trades are all separate from all of this. But this is what I was saying a lot today. This is a bullish outcome. Why? Because the market was 5% off all-time highs with a 75% rate on China. What are you talking about? So what do you mean 10%? You put a leash on Donald Trump, and that's the highest he could go? Yeah, we were modeling 9 and 10% in the beginning, and then Donald Trump blew everybody out the water, and then everybody adjusted to much, much higher. So 10% would be a gift. That's why it would be bullish. So again, they're going to go through the appeal. If you hear that the appeal is like, okay, Donald Trump loses, they block it, it's going to be a good outcome because it just limits what he could do. Now, go back to what happened and why everyone's reacting today. If the appeals court says, yeah, wait, Donald Trump is allowed to do that, then you're just back to whatever we're at today, and then that's just dependent on whether he lowers it or if there is any other future deals. So there is that. And here is now the best part. Are you ready? This is tinfoil, but again, this is kind of why I think today was, in a weird way, Pandora's box. Because, again, we are just talking about stuff we weren't talking about before. Again, people are bringing up now many, many weird things, and now they're bringing up other ways to get more aggressive with trade policy. So all I learned was that nothing changed today. And then the other thing I learned is that Donald Trump could do a bunch of other things if he wanted to be more aggressive. So I thought that 150% tariffs, I thought that was like the strongest Trump could go. And no, after today, I just realized he has like 10 other options, 20 other options. And now, are you ready for the kaboom? Because this one's weird. I heard about this one. The Zero Hedge talked about it, and also Deutsche Bank and a couple people at Goldman. I didn't know this is actually in the bill, but it is. Kaboom. Section 899. You guys remember LK99? But that's another topic. But yeah, this one now. So like I'm saying, just another one. Another damn thing that we're talking about, but Section 899. Essentially, this is in the big, beautiful bill. And if this gets approved, this would give Donald Trump in the Treasury the ability to tax foreign holdings of U.S. assets. So again, like I told you, the only thing I learned today is that Donald Trump could be way worse. You guys don't get it. I don't think people get it. And they're like messing with this, and I'm like, wait a minute. No. Yeah, this is a wild concept. So they snuck this into the big, beautiful bill. And this is crazy because, again, anybody holding U.S. assets, Donald Trump could literally tax them. This would even override a Reagan-era exemption for treasuries. Any country holding treasuries, he could tax them 15% if he wanted to. But are you ready for where this gets crazier? The threshold to triggering this is way easier than anything else he has already done. He doesn't need to say it's an emergency or anything. It's way easier to just say trade deficit and that's it. And it has a way lower bar, and he shouldn't really do this. But here's the thing, if it does actually get approved in the bill, be on notice, he can do it. That's the first part, but then this only becomes, and this is my opinion here, so you could understand it. Some people have talked about this, but you have to understand this will only happen if the dollar failing U.S. exceptionalism fails, if that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, I don't believe it will. I've already told you guys, we damn nuked Japan, and everybody still loves the dollar, so, oh, yeah. Okay, I don't want to hear it. But at the end of the day, let's say in a world where it did happen, right? Let's say these blue hair Zoomers, and they're like, screw it, we're done with America. And if they're already selling off the dollar, and if the dollar is already losing dominance, why wouldn't he do this if he already has the authority? And this would be Bessent's decision. And this would be one of those tools I told you about. Remember I was telling you how Scott Bessent, and I don't think a lot of people realize that it's Scott effing Bessent, like Lil Wayne. He's kind of like Lil Wayne, to be honest, but like Lil Wayne in his prime. And this, you have to know. If you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, he has tools, and I think he could pull some things out of a hat, but this would be one of them. So, like I'm saying, this is just, all of this stuff was discussed today. All around Wall Street, you've heard 1974 Trade Act. You've heard about this. You've heard about all of the sections, 100, 200, 300. But now we're going to wait on the appeals process. But like at the port, at the customs, nothing has changed in the last 24 hours. And now this is one of those things we got to worry about. So coming into the final key, my friends, you're still stuck in the box. I don't know if you realize it. Go look at this SPY, pull it out. You'll see, man, you're in there. Even then, I think you're kind of even going to melt up in a weird way, and you might even break out. But even if you break out, tell me you're not going to get batted down real quick by a yield scare, no? Every time, right when the market goes, again, we've dealt with Moody's, we've dealt with EU, then we deal with yields. You still do the little give it back, then you melt up. You get out of the box, and then boom, smack back down to the chop. Like I said, there's some things we could have learned from last Trump, but this time around, bro, I think it's even more choppy. And like I said, we might go higher. We might hit all-time highs. And if we don't, we're going to go really low. That's still the big bet of the year. But no matter how we do it, I think or where we go, where we end, I think is going to do it very choppy. So, yeah, that is what I think we got. And just keep that in mind. You're still just trading in that like 500-point range we've been talking about. And anytime we've gotten to advance on the high side, something big has changed, and now we keep playing this. Even this week, bro, there's been a lack of follow-through across the board on just all sorts of assets. Right when it looks like something's ready to go, it doesn't. Right when it gaps up, it doesn't. Nothing's followed through, even down to the earnings. There has been a couple here and there, but it's been a lot more choppier than even April in a weird way. April had a lot more panic, but you do have the PCE tomorrow. That is going to be hard data. The soft data has been surging like we talked about at the beginning of the week. So I think it'll be good either way. Just be ready for a move tomorrow. Like, be ready for the data. Understand high inflation people won't like. Low inflation they will. I don't know. We're in tantrum mode. We're chop city. There's a lot of things swirling. I do think the trade discussion now is a lot bigger, but when it's all said and done, you don't know what little thing the market wants to react to or not, especially in this mode, especially with rates and all these different things happening. So Be ready for a move. It'll be in the morning. Be ready to read that and kind of digest it throughout the first hour. But if it's not there, don't force it and get ready for Cha City. Cha City. Cha City. Cha City. Yeah. Okay. But on that note, let us get into the plays. So, right off the bat, I'll just run through these real quick, and then we could talk plays. I think it's hilarious, you guys. The one play and the one day, I'm like, all right, I'll tell you guys which ones not to do. That's the one that we shouldn't have done. Yeah, the one play that doesn't effing hit today. Sadly, I hit. I did fail at taking profits on Baba and Pinduoduo. I wanted to. I was looking at it. I was getting ready. I sold Sweet Greens. I took some profit there. And I had those, but I was like, nah, I'll let it ride a little bit. I like the news. And then they died within like 10 minutes. I should have taken those, but NVIDIA did not work at all. Even though I had a good limit, I don't think it was good. The daily didn't work at all. I got one for next week as well. I think I like that a little bit more. So I think there's a better risk to reward, but nah, man, I think all of the liquidity, all of it got punished there. So other than that, though, my other trades, we hit a nice Boeing, and the news plays, like breaking news, we got some good hits there, but unfortunately, that one wasn't there. I still like it. I was only wanting to play the momentum. Again, I was playing NVIDIA just off of the double whammy. I was looking for retail hype, market getting hype off a trade reversal. We were saying about the guidance in China. I was looking for a little bit more bull there, mixed in with a decent earnings, with a decent guide, even though, said, the quarter was pretty soft. If I stuck with that idea, that probably would have been a lot better. But either way, going to be watching that. I have plays for next week. I think that's what I'll be keeping my eyes on, but don't force that one. And now, play number 2. This is the one we bought at the beginning of the week. We positioned in advance, bro. But Boeing, I like it a lot, man. It's at a breakout level, 207 to 215. We called out the levels perfectly today. We even got the news mad early. The headline, they were at a conference, and then the CEO said that China's going to start taking deliveries in June, and that made things go crazy. So I thought that was really good, and that objectively was good news. It made the stock go nuts today. We were already positioned. They went up a couple 100%. I made them free. That was nice, but here's the deal. I would just wait till Boeing, wait till the big break. Boeing is looking really good. Don't even effing ask me, should I buy to the long term? Should I buy long term now? No. Okay, I don't want to hear it. But Josh, one time, so I hate to. I miss Boeing. You said don't buy it. What did I say? You see, I lose no matter what, bro. Okay, the idea is safety. Nobody wanted Boeing when it was literally a flying killing machine. I hate to break it to you, it still is a flying killing machine. You know, call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it this way. 15 years from now, even if they let Diddy out of prison, I'm not going to be comfortable with him at a party. I'm just saying, I'd love to forgive the man. Go ahead. He did the crime, did the time. But I don't want to be at a party with him now or ever. So same thing with like a Boeing. I get nervous still. You get what I'm saying? So when it was in the gutter, underperforming, fallen angel status, I think you should have bought Altria, and I still stand by that. If you took the risk, you got rewarded. But now, long story short, no for the long term, but here's the deal. I like the momentum. I like it in the short term. I like the midterm. They have everything going for it right now. They're leading industrials. They're leading their industry. They got Donald Trump on their side, even if they got us pick it up, chop, chop. Chop, chop, or the planes drop. Hey, too soon? Let them off. Don't prosecute them. That's fine. Tell the families they'll get over it. That's terrible. But yeah, that's actually what happened. That's real news. I'm telling it to you in a comedic way. But anyways, the fact of the matter is they got good things going. Watch those levels when the market starts moving. I think this is going to have outperforming momentum. But either way, a lot of good trades. Even then, even though I like it, don't twist this. The moment it has bad news, be ready to hit those plays to the downside too. That's what happens to Boeing. So Exactly. There you go. But watch out for that. That is play number 2. We got some free plays. That was one of our hitters, but it wasn't really like a day trade. I should have hammered it with how early we were on the news, but I was content with what else I had. But now play number 3, Ulta. I kind of wish we bought it for the long term. This was a growth name we talked about even at the end of last year, beginning of this year, but they were down 320, man, not like a month ago, bro. But yeah, they had a really good earnings. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Everybody in the makeup space is falling over, and Ulta came out with a really strong report. Elf had a good follow through, and they didn't even do that good. So yeah, I like it a lot. Watch for a momentum play tomorrow, but again, you kind of need melt up mode. You need like guaranteed like straight going up. If it does that earnings cuck like Target, even Pinduoduo, you're just throwing money into the fire. So you just got to determine that. But other than that, we'll see what happens. And let's see if tomorrow is an exciting Friday. Carrot or stick. What do we walk away? That's the other thing, man, because you're going to have that tension. Whether they announce trade deals, we're going to hear what Greer says about the appeal. And then they're either going to announce something over the weekend or tell you what to watch for on Friday, or it'll be eerily quiet as everybody is still debating and fighting and arguing and boop. You're waiting for my stand-up special? Bro, you want a joke right now? I'll give you a joke, though. I got a funny-ass joke. You know that? Uh-huh. Trump admin plans permit tariffs of up to 15%. If it's showing on the wire, it's breaking. But if not, that might be a reiteration. Yeah. But you watch this one, man. Very active. Yeah, no. Just Japan data. But yeah. I got canceled. I don't think I got canceled. No. I got a funny-ass joke for you, bro. Because I saw this today, and it was ridiculous. And I started running so many mental images. Are you ready? So let me show you this video. Bro, I saw some white dude on Twitter make a highlight reel of Caitlin Clark getting beat up on the basketball court and say that this was Jackie Robinson level of racism and no one cared. Look at this shit, bro. You ready? Robinson level of racism, bro. Bro, Caitlin Clark could eat out in public. What are you saying? Do you understand how insane that is? Bro, what do you mean? Bro, if they were like, Caitlin's on the run. I mean, what do you mean Caitlin's on the... I'm like, they're hunting Caitlin down. On the court? No, from a IHOP. If that was the case, I would watch the WNBA. If you really are telling me that was really happening. I'll be like, wow, they're really trying to stop her from playing. Bro, I tell you, the day that Caitlin Clark gets denied for a mortgage, that's when I'll be interested, and then I will agree with your fucking claims. That is insane. Caitlin, 4 elbows. He said Jackie Robinson. How dare you? I'm turning to Greta right now. But yeah, that was my dude. You have no idea. I ran over you know how many mental images I ran in my head of Caitlin Clark at an IHOP fighting for. I'm like, this is stupid. Oh, you stupid. Jackie Robinson. How dare you? How are you going to put that on Jackie? That's insane. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, that was my joke of the day. So yeah. Other than that, do you have any questions about trade policy or the stock market or anything else? Anything else, man? Anything else? You let me know, man. Here, man, they give her a tough time on the court, but like, I don't think at the Jackie Robinson level yet. I don't think it's that deep yet, bro. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? I like the long-term went up today, man. It's stupid. I guess the market did close green, but I'm good, man. I've been getting good workouts in. I haven't been on my diet the same way. I gained 5 pounds. I'm back to 160. I'm feeling good generally. Nvidia is suppressed. I send you an email about a business for sale. Yeah, you can. That sounds interesting. Let me know what you need or what it is. I like business. Mm-hmm. He did the same to Michael Jordan. That is true. And Allen Iverson. I'm not really looking for anything on the PCE. I'm going to come into it with just broad framework. Low is good, high is bad. But then again, just be ready for the market to react or not. Even delayed reaction, it's going to be pre-market, but not anything specific. My favorite home builder, Lennar. There's other better ones with better value, but I would say Lennar is one of the better, even just with my experience, one of the better home builders. Mm-hmm. Ulta had really good earnings. You put your grandma on here, bro? Oh, no way. Nice. Well, tell grandma we love her. And I hope you say thank you, grandma, for everything. Take care, grandma. We play basketball. I played today, bro. I played at the gym. I just shot around. I shot around a lot, bro. I was sweating like crazy. I did leg day, and then I started running around. It hurt, though, because I was in my little CrossFit leg day shoes. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. Want to take a break? Let's go to Puerto Rico. Nah, man. I don't like doing a... Oh, I need to even get my passport, too. But do I need a passport for Puerto Rico? I like domestic trips. I like 2-hour max flight. I wish Miami was closer. I'll go to the Caribbean. You could go Miami and then just go to the Bahamas. I'm down with that. I'm really down with that. You know, bro, I'm not going to be you guys know there's deals, right? It's expensive, but if you're into that, you could get cheap-ass jets from Miami to the fucking Bahamas. You already know. I'm not going to even tell them. I don't want to see a wave of courses. I don't want to see them ads. I'm not even going to tell them, bro. Fuck that. I'm not even going to tell them how. They even going to get mad. They going to blame it on me, too. See, I'm like, what? No. I'm talking big boy. No, yeah, But, yeah, I like the weekend trips. I do want to go somewhere for a longer amount of time, though. We're ready, though. I did it with Miami, so that's good. I've even, last week, I had to do the mobile setup. So it's fire, bro. I can go anywhere, but then I don't know. Like, I want to go some places, then I'm like, I want to stay home. So you got to balance it out. And then been doing a lot of other work here, too. I do real estate, man. I'm telling you. The real estate market is wild. So right now, there's I said it today, largest number on record of sellers to buyers. There is 500,000 more home sellers in America than home buyers. That is the largest it has ever been. I explained this today on stream, bro. I'm working these deals. That's why I'm live. If I had to do stuff, I wasn't going to be live today. This guy's still, like, they're slow, bro. Everybody's slow. But, oh, dude, I've been seeing the weirdest shit in real estate. So, again, every area is really different. So, like, again, everybody in New Jersey will tell you how crazy New Jersey is right now in a good way. Or prices are going crazy. But everywhere else, bro, it's literally geographic placed by, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not sector. Geography is the word, but there's another word. But either way, locale. Point is, all of that is it's a weird dynamic, man. Region, thank you. Regional is the word. I don't know why I blanked on regional. It's regional, like a KRE. Yeah, region by region. It's all based on your region. That's the proper terminology. But it's weird. So I'm saying, man, you have the people holding out. You have the people not lowering prices. You have the days on market. You still have some houses, again, selling. And now, I told you guys the other week about the FHA mortgages. Now people can actually foreclose, and they're not going to protect them anymore. And then you have the student loans, and rates are still high, and they've been high for several years now. So yeah, bro, it's actually crazy. It is. I'm telling you, there's a lot of different factors, but start hunting and be ready. That's why you don't have to go now, but all of our plans, the long term, even with how the market is outperforming, your good decisions, man. There might be some nice opportunities in real estate in the next couple of years. So, yeah, buying a house sounds like more fun than a vacation. It's not. It's not. I'll tell you that. I like it. It's fun. I think I have the video. The last time I was on a property, bro, I'm like fucking stepping through rubble. I like get another cut on my hand opening a gate. Dude, you ever see I gotta see a fucking fire ant. All this other crazy stuff. It's crazy. Martin Shkreli, I would ask Wu-Tang. Do you know who Wu-Tang is? Protect Your Neck. Are you familiar? They might be able to help you out with that one a little more. Real estate is going through a short squeeze. It depends who you ask. So again, like the story today, I have a guy, his loan on the house is $1.1 million. That's what he bought this house for. He tried to sell it recently at like 1.3, couldn't sell it. And this was, guess what? He bought this 2-3 years ago. All of this is recent. Tried to sell it for 1.3, then lowered it to 1.2, then 1.1, and now he's at 900,000. That's where I contacted him. So he couldn't sell the house at 1.3. He couldn't sell it at what he paid for it. And now it's listed 200,000 below what he paid, and the house still isn't selling. So, and this is in California. So that's why, like, I might just take this guy's house for free. He might give it to me. Otherwise, he's either gonna foreclose on it, or now it's a short sale, because now if the house won't sell for what he owes. So it's funny because he got the bank to give him a shit ton of money. You get what I'm saying? No bank would give you that much money for that house now. So the bank gave him 1.1 million. Now the house won't even sell for 900. So now if he wants to sell the house for 900, the bank has to approve it. That's a short sale in real estate. But like I'm saying, what I might do, we're seeing, I might just take over his negative equity. Because again, he put a down payment and everything. Something might be sus. That's why I'm doing the work. I might not get it. I might not. But he's still in the process of trying to sell the house. Like again, homeboy thought he was just gonna sell it again and make money doing that. But the general idea, if everything checks out, it would be a win-win. If I might even give him a little bit, but if I'm taking a lot of negative equity, I'll be like, hey, I could take over the loan and you don't foreclose, and that's it. Because even if he sold it at 900, he walks away with nothing. So who's going to sell it? Why would you pay to do that? Everything else, doesn't make any sense. So that way I would take over the 1.1 million loan, and then I would just pay. It's at like 4% or 3%, I think. It's a low interest rate. And then, yeah, I would just pay the payments on negative equity and just Airbnb it. Because I can't flip it. It won't sell. Literally. But I think with a low enough payment, and then I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to put a down payment. I don't have to do anything. So maybe we get a house without using the long term. And then I might be able to make the Airbnb cover the mortgage. That's why I don't know why this guy's not doing that. He probably, again, I just think he really thought he was going to flip it after 2 years. Just like a lot of people, they buy houses. There's people who bought houses a year or two ago, and they want to move, and now they're just listing it 20% higher, thinking it's going to sell for no damn reason. And then, yeah, and I think that's what he thought was going to happen. And then month after month now, and then he went to 900. He just needs to get rid of the property. But going that low with no buyer, it just highlighted how the house, nobody wants it for that price. So, yeah. Ta-da! Hello, Ray. Mm. Well, it might not be. It might not work. I might be able to afford it, but if it's like a real fucking money pit, I'm just not gonna. Sadly, we'll just let the bank. That's the bank's problem. If it needs a lot of work, or something else is weird about it, and or we can't Airbnb it, doesn't have the same potential, then yeah, then it could be a dud. Normal people don't Airbnb like us. I mean, dude, LT loves Airbnb. I got my nice little Airbnbs. I don't do any. I don't like LT will Airbnb anything, but I only got a few, but I'm still autopiloted to shit. But I always see the opportunity. It doesn't. I don't shy from it. And it's always very attractive in good areas. And like in this case, get low interest, no upfront cost to acquire property. Oh, dude, that could be a good cash flow right there. LT is nowhere near normal. I could agree. I could agree. Running an Airbnb, you should, man. It's pretty easy. It's definitely different than when motherfuckers were taking out PPP loans, but generally the opportunity is still there. Again, Airbnb it's not like 2021 peak, but it's still kind of crazy. And you get the ball rolling, a little mix of provide value and luck, and be there. You could get the ball rolling with a nice little business. I don't know. We have, like I said, I have this one guy. We're doing it. I'm almost see LT's the starting it, but if this ends up working, there might be an opportunity for some subleases. So you either buy your own property and Airbnb it, and that may not be an option for everybody, but there is a market for subleasing. Again, I've said this even years ago, where you can go and you talk to the homeowner, agree with the homeowner that you're going to lease it, and then you say, I'll cut you in on some of the profits and then do a short-term rental. That is a good way to get started with low capital. And then again, like I'm saying, you get the ball rolling. You get 10 of them, man. I don't. That's 5. Let's start small. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's how you really in it. It's a very scalable model in business. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I love it. Sell a long term to buy your first house. It is totally acceptable, Mr. Venkata. That I agree with. That's what I'm going to do. But I thought I was going to do it the other day, but I couldn't find a deal. So I have that long term, and everyone keeps asking this question, and I want to show you guys how to do it the right way. But yeah, I'm going to sell this to buy a house. I'll show you. That's the only acceptable reason if it has not been 10 years. Love and respect. No energy for the long term. Not a fan. How do you qualify for a loan on a second property? Talk to Lending Tips. That's the best advice I could give you. He is a wizard with these loans. On it, he's been impressing me lately. So that's why. Sometimes he pisses me off, but lately he's impressed me. But yeah, I'd hit up LT and call it a day. Because he's a crackhead. He will get you any loan. That's it. It's not how do I qualify. It's what terms are you willing to accept. That is what I've learned as of late. And then he knows a couple of the tricks. Like Venkata. Good. Yeah, well, like I said, no one gets rich off energy unless you have a lot of money. Energy is kind of big money place. Low key. Unless you're investing in like energy tech. If you're selling, buy into a more appreciable asset. Amen. And again, not the same class. So, don't just buy a more expensive stock. But yeah, you want to upgrade. Just watch, bro. If I could turn this to a long term, we're already on a good path and it's growing. But if I could turn this to a property, if I could leverage 50, 100, 150 grand of this, bro. Bro, that's crazy. Like I said, I told LT, because I told LT if I wanted to do it, I said present options if I wanted to do it with this to make a video when we sell. If we sell, I said your budget's 245. So my budget for any house is $245,000. That means I could do a 10% down. I could even find a 3% down. I could do 20% down and use less and get less of a house price. There's so many different options depending on what we want. It's a big budget, yeah. But that's where I could lever this amount of money now into another, hopefully, autopilot, cash flowing, or instant equity, much larger investment. And that's, again, like I'm saying, that's how you, over years, in 5 years, 10 years, you could scale good savings and good growth into, again, large amounts of money with worth upside that, is worth it. Again, like I'm saying, year after year, we got to grow. We do this. It would suck to sell the long term, but if we could start moving into $1 million of assets, even better. Again, even on the small one. Sell my house to you, about to be on the market, $300,000. Will you sell it to me at a discount? No commission. And then I'll give you profit whenever I sell it. How about that? Or if you make a lot of money, I'll make a corporation and a nonprofit, and I'll let you donate it to the Chad for a complete write-off. That's the best I could offer you. And then I'll buy it right now with the long term. Other than that, I'm not interested. And I'm gonna keep shopping till I find those terms. Not really those terms exactly, but really just the terms of a deeply discounted house. We have the money ready to go. When that presents itself, we will be ready to go right away. And then again, that's how we could start moving this up. I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what opportunity will come our way, but when it does, it'll be great. It will be great. All right, what else we got? Damn, it's already been 45 minutes, Chad. So I'll tell you guys, though, I think you should have already figured it out. So if I do buy a house, it's going to be with the big account, not the small account. So the small account has one immunity. The small account will not be touched. Only the big account. Oh, dude, I don't know who won the game. I still haven't done it yet. I want to say it was Ryan. That was the one who had the most at the last time. But no, I haven't calculated it all. I forgot. And then I remember we had a longer weekend. That was like a month ago now, huh? Or like 3 weeks ago. I'm terrible. Get one in Miami. Get me one in Miami. Bro, if you get me it, that's it. How soon? I could do it instantly. So that's what I'm saying. I've already been talking to Lending. Lending Tips knows my plan. Like I've told all of you, you should get ready. Have your lender. All of you could just go talk to Lending Tips and call it a day. Know what you could do, know what you need. But yeah, so he already gave me a couple of options. Worst case scenario, I'm putting 20% down or 15% down is my worst case scenario. And then that would be 20% would be the drug dealer scenario. If we really wanted to show what you could do with like nothing, just the long term. But 15% seems to be it. And if I get an offer accepted, once I'm in escrow, I could sell out the money, wire it in 3 to 5 days, and that's it. So I could do it in a week or less, and then it'll take 2 weeks to a month to close escrow. But yeah. Isn't that crazy? I think 15, but 20%, it just all depends. But 20% is like the rate of you have terrible everything. 15% is still, that's just like more normal for lower quality loans, but then again, less qualification restrictions. And then any, like if I do the USDA loan or if I do any other like government program, then that's like a 45-day, maybe longer process, sadly. And it would take a lot more time. Because I looked at those too. Because I want to do the USDA loan, but then if I ever find a good property and I need to go fast, I can't do the USDA loan. Takes forever. You'd have to buy it right away, use either hard money or cash, and then refi it with a USDA loan and like down the line. So yeah, that's the only thing. But essentially, if you get in a deal right when it's in escrow, I'm selling, and then it goes straight to escrow. Yeah, it's hard to qualify for anything. It's not like hard, but it's just annoying. You got to do a lot of stuff, and you have a lot of restrictions. If you already have other loans, everything else, that's it. You got to do it. LT, I would go, what is it? Don't buy real estate on Instagram. I think that is the best way to hit him up. Is it don't buy real estate or lending tips? That's it. I don't know. What was it back in the day? If you just like stood outside and like just said, I love Elon Musk, he would show up or something. Do some weird shit. Elon with Trump in the Oval at 1:30. They're probably going to be like, dude, they're going to play the Fast and the Furious song. It's going to be so sad. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It's been a long... And then they're going to be driving off into the sunset in their Cybertrucks. Oh. So sad. But hey, man. It was an error. I can't believe y'all did Elon like that. You know, y'all really hyped up homeboy. Put him on SNL. Let him get away with the Doge shit. Y'all used to get mad about anybody talk shit about electric. You know, people buy fucking EVs as their first car. Y'all traded in your whole life for an EV. I love Tesla. It's the best company in the world. And then you just hate him. And then now you just turn on him, you Judas. You Barabbas. Look at you like, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You disgust me. How dare you? How dare you? And then he goes in again. I hate him. You loved him. You loved him. Oh, are you kidding me? Anybody even said any? You know, you laughed at people for not owning Tesla stock. You all thought you were geniuses. Oh, because of Tesla. Oh, you don't own Tesla. Oh, you don't own Tesla. Huh. Huh. How come you don't own Tesla? Huh. Oh, yeah. Do you know about AI? Do you know about self-driving car, taxi, Uber, dead? Huh. Huh. How dare you? How dare you? So, yeah, Elon's gone, though. But we did him dirty, bro. We did Elon dirty. You know that? We did him dirty, man. But it's been a long day without you, my friend. But on that note, Chad, I love you. God bless America. But I think we got to end it there. That's it, man. It's game time. Tomorrow is going to be a wild card. But get ready to juggle. I love you, Chattadonia. Enjoy your evening. And thank you for your time. And always remember, it's finger to the sky, baby. Why are you here? Why are you here? Come on, bro. Think about it. You got to live in the now. You were blessed with this moment. You don't need confirmation all the time. You know that? You don't need to know, am I on the right path? No, you need to have enough faith to know you're on the right path. All you got to do is point in the right direction. You don't need to know what's going to happen, bro. Go to bed knowing you're in the right direction, and then that's it. Oh, that's a peaceful. Start accepting, baby. Oh, my good. Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory. I love you, Chad. Have a good evening. And Horna.